Welcome back to this very special edition of Tell Me About Your Damn Book, live from the 2018 New England Authors Expo. I'm Stephen Lomer, your host, and joining me is Gail Olmsted, who is a contemporary romance author. Welcome, Gail.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Nice to, you have to talk into the microphone, but
Very nice to be here. Thank you.
That's all right, just a reminder. So I did a little bit of research about you, of course, before we sat down here, and you are a professor of marketing.
I am.
Is that right?
I am, yes.
So
yes.
Professor Olmsted.
Oh, yes. That's
My
what they,
goodness.
That's what they call me.
Now, how did that come about?
I was in marketing. I was in the telecommunications industry back in the 80s.
Oh,
and,
wow.
A lot of growth opportunity, a lot of fun, a lot of very hard work.
Uh-huh.
And I happened to just teach a course one time, just a Principles of Marketing course at a local college, and thought, wow, this would be fun to do one of these days. And then I had two children, and when they were very small, I said the travel and the hard work and the many hours were just too much. And my husband reminded me how much I like teaching. So I went out and I secured a position, and I've been doing that for 20 years.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's extraordinary.
It is. It's fun. I love the students. I love marketing. So it all works.
Now, how has what you teach changed over those 20 years?
Oh, I mean, the whole social media, I mean, personal computers, mobile phones, I mean, none of that back in, when I first started teaching. It was mostly billboards, yellow pages advertising, direct mail, and newspaper ads, magazine. And so the whole marketing mix has changed completely. Consumers have changed their behavior completely. So it's, which is great, because I don't think I could be teaching as long as I have if it was the same, thing like accounting or something like that. That I couldn't do. I
right, me neither.
That,
no, that would be torturous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For me as well as for the students, I think.
So now you mentioned you have two kids.
Yes.
You also have two cats.
I have two kids and two cats.
Let's hear about the cats.
Well, the cats, we have Chloe, who is a calico, and she's the baby of the family at 12 years old. So yeah, we have two mature cats, and then Hope is my gray tiger cat. She's 14, and she kind of rules the roost. So the other one looks to her to say, "Can I eat now? Can I leave the room?" She's in charge. So,
Gotcha. Now, again, in my as I was doing my research on you, I discovered that you are a frequent blogger.
Yes.
Do you feel like blogging is as important as it has been? Is it waning? Is it becoming more important? What's the deal with blogging?
I think if you have something to say and you have a particularly unique voice and message, it's always a good idea.
Okay.
I think that there's an awful lot out there. I mean, it's just like books. There's so much, and trying to get yourself heard or seen or viewed is really challenging. But I do think it's important, and I think because as an author, you can't just keep saying on your social media, buy my book. Oh, please buy my book. I mean, you have to have something else to say. If it ties into your theme or to your newest release, that's great. But people don't just want to hear a commercial from you. They want to hear something else. And
engaging content.
Right. So if you have something like in my latest book, there's a discrepancy in the age between the two the people in their love interest, Jill and Ben. She's 14 years older. So I wrote a blog about, is age important? My closest girlfriend was married to a man who was 13 years younger than her. And I think there's a lot of, it's an interesting topic, just talking about, age, and I mean, usually it's the man historically that has been the older and the younger woman. But I think that's changed. So I wrote something and really didn't tie into the book at all, except at the very end. And that got a lot of good comments. A lot of people, are interested when you have something to say. So, yeah.
Okay, so the takeaway here, folks, is don't blog if you don't have anything to say.
Right.
Because you're
what I ate for lunch is so not interesting and so not worth you know.
Now, see, that's hurtful because that's what I blogged about today.
What did you have for lunch?
Actually, I didn't have lunch today.
Okay, see.
That was just a throwaway line. Sorry,
See?
folks. I didn't. I had a bagel with peanut butter for breakfast.
Okay, I had a muffin.
Okay.
It was kind of old.
Yeah.
so.
See, now this is not blog worthy. I see your point. This
Right,
is not
see?
interesting at all, and no one cares about this. But what is interesting is your writing. So let's not keep them in suspense any longer.
Okay.
Gail Olmsted, tell me about your damn book.
I would tell you about my damn book. My latest book is called Second Guessing.
Okay.
And it's the main character is Jill, and again, she is 14 years older than her love interest Ben. She's a very successful songwriter. Writes love songs for all the big names, and Ben is in a boy band, but he wants to escape from that and go out on his own.
Oh, okay. Justin
And if
Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake
Sure.
comes to
Yeah.
mind,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Uh huh.
And so he hires Jill to write some songs for him.
Oh.
And they fall in love. And of course, there's lots of challenges because, not really just because of the age difference, but she's a rock widow of sorts. Her late husband was a very, very well-known musician and performer. And now Ben is kind of been tagged to be the host of his this concert that's coming up, kind of a tribute concert to her late husband.
Oh, okay.
And Ben is the lead performer. So nobody's really happy about the fact that their romance is kind of taking away from the whole tribute concert. Her daughter, Jill's daughter, was a big fan of Ben's and the boy band back in the day, so she's not really thrilled that Mom is now sleeping with her. He used to be on her wall on a big poster, and now he's with Mom.
Right.
So that's kind of awkward too.
Right,
So
sure.
there's, love never runs smoothly, and I think in good stories at least,
Sure.
it's never a smooth sailing. So
Right.
Second Guessing is all about Jill and Ben.
Okay. And can we get a look at the
Yes,
cover?
Sure.
Okay.
So that's, whoops.
Lovely. There it is. Can you see that? Good. Good. Okay. Nice. And what's next for you?
Well, I'm actually working on historical romance.
Historical
I just
romance.
thought, yeah, I know. Four books in contemporary, and I think I've just decided that, again, as far as a voice or as far as something I have to say, I think I'm going to dig back another 150 years or so. Yeah,
Why not?
I know, right? Why not? The research is interesting, that's for sure, and it's just something different. I don't know. I like to challenge myself. I don't, I just don't see myself writing like, a series of, 8 or 10 books of the same story. I'd rather move on, do something different.
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
Sounds good. And if people are looking to get your books, where would they look?
Well, you can go to my website, which is gailolmsted.com.
Okay.
And there's buy links for Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and Smashwords, I think, is for this latest book is on there. So, yeah, they're all very readily available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Gail Olmsted, thank you so much for
Thank you
taking the
very
time
much.
to talk with me. And we'll be right back.